Alabama for Conference USA Tuesday night football, and it's a dandy. Two of the league's newcomers battling for first place, the 5-0 Liberty Flames and the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, 5-1 on the year. Here's the picture in Conference USA. Liberty and Jack State both 3-0 ahead of Western Kentucky. Jacksonville State, because it's in the transition from the FCS, is not eligible for a conference title or a bowl game this year. But Liberty, if they win tonight, they're going to be bowl eligible. Hi again, everybody. Clay Matvick alongside the SEC's all-time passing leader, Aaron Murray. Great to have you with us tonight. Big changes in Conference USA this year. 4 new teams. We're going to see 2 of them tonight. And they're playing midweek games in the month of October. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's Tuesday, but it does change your entire schedule. So you're so used to practice during the week, games on the weekend, maybe go out, celebrate on a Saturday night. Now, no. You got to practice on Saturday. Get your butt to bed because you got to get ready for a Tuesday game. It is great for these schools to continue to build their brand, get on national TV here on a Tuesday night.
Jack State under Rich Rodriguez. Big comebacks the last 2 weeks, and he's used 2 quarterbacks to do it.
Yeah, listen, he is not afraid to use both guys, and he's going to focus on if one guy is hot, he's going to stick with him the whole game. And the goal is, for this football team in general, is to start fast tonight. And for the quarterbacks, the goal is going to be, they've been making the right decisions. It's just been a tad bit too slow, Clay. They want to see the process speed up and get to the number one, number 2 receivers.
Liberty, the top offense in Conference USA, the number 2 rushing offense in the entire country. But don't sleep on the passing game. Keep an eye on C.J. Daniels tonight. He's a fantastic wide receiver.
Oh, when they throw the football, they want to push the ball vertically down the field, and C.J. Daniels does an excellent job of what I like to say, stacking the defender, especially on the go balls, getting on top, being friendly for the quarterback, and then the balance to be able to make some of these catches, the body control over and over and over again. So when Liberty wants to take a shot, number 4 will be that guy the entire night.
C.J. Daniels has been on fire here in the early part of the season, coming off a career game against Sam Houston. We'll see what he does here tonight. Jamie Chadwell, in his first year at Liberty, traded the beaches of coastal Carolina for the mountains around Liberty, and out to a perfect start with his new Flames. And on the other side, everyone knows about Rich Rodriguez and his travels. This is his 2nd year at Jacksonville State. He sure feels at home around these parts.
Yeah, this offense he's going to be calling the plays, and we asked him that, where are the responsibilities, and he's been doing it for 30 years, feels very comfortable doing it, obviously having a lot of success to start the season off.
Very comfortable night here in Northeast Alabama. Jacksonville State won the toss, they deferred, so Liberty will have it first. Liberty 5-0, 3-0 in Conference USA. First affiliation with an FBS conference after independence, joining the FBS back in 2018. Alan Karadzic has it in the air. And this is going to be returned from the 1-yard line. It's Aaron Bedgood, the senior out of Richmond Hill, Georgia. And he's going to be stopped right at the 25-yard line. So here comes Caden Salter, athletic transfer from Tennessee. This is his 2nd year at Liberty.
And they've been so impressed with him, Clay, this season of learning to prepare like a starter. This was a quarterback battle till about 10 days before the first game, and they've always known he's been the most talented, gifted thrower on this roster. It's just the day-to-day process of getting ready to go for games, and they've said that he's taken his preparation to another level, and I'm excited to see what he can do here tonight.
It's a unique spread option attack. Said it before, the number 1 offense in the country. They put up a ton of points. Salter being assaulted right away, and he's going to throw it away. As Jackson Luttrell, the big defensive tackle, got up in his face. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, we talked about this team wanting to push the ball vertically down the field, so what do we get first play?
Quarterback went upside the pocket. Pass went beyond the line of scrimmage. 2nd down.
No intentional ground. First play action, taking a shot down the field. No one's open, and get a little pressure in his face. Smart move. Just get out of there, throw the ball away.
This is a fast playmaking defense for Jack State. It's been the strength of this team in the early part of the season. Little option play, and wow, is Jack State quick to Caden Salter. That's going to be a loss of 3 as Fred Perry, the safety, comes up and runs support.
This is going to be the key for both defenses, eye discipline, because you're going to see a lot of what we call triple option, where you have the ability to hand the ball to a running back. You have the ability as a quarterback to pull it and then get on the edge and either teep it yourself and run the football or pitch it to the running back. It is old school, once again, triple option offense, but just from the gun instead of under center. So it's going to challenge the eye discipline from the second and third level of each of these defenses.
You can see the Jacksonville State defense, it has been terrific, and it's really kept them in the game the last couple of weeks, while the offense sputtered in the first halves of the last 2 games. Now we've got a penalty flag down, and that's going to be delay of game on Liberty.
Delay of game. Number 7. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Not a good start for the Flames.
Hey, Clay, it's a Tuesday night. We got a lot of energy in the stadium right now. Fans are ready to go. Now all of a sudden, you're talking about one of the best defenses in this league. 3rd and long situation. Guys that can get off the edge. Swain, Hardy.
This is good on good here. Great 3rd down offense, great 3rd down defense, but it's 3rd and a mile. Salter in trouble again. Gets away and throws it again into the sideline. Great start for the Gamecocks as they're going to force a punt.
Well, you're going to get a TE stunt on the outside tackle end, so the quarterback feels like when he sees that end crash to the inside, hey, I can get to the edge, I can create my legs and find something down the field, not so fast. Coming around is the tackle position defensively, and then for the second of 3 plays, great coverage on the back end, no one open, having to throw the ball.
Max Morgan comes out to punt from the 1-yard line. The Conference USA Special Teams Player of the Week, Sterling Galban, will field it cleanly at the 50-yard line. So great field position for Jacksonville State for their opening series. And we didn't know who would come out first for the Gamecocks tonight. It's going to be Zion Webb, the 7th-year senior.
And he came in relief last week and really ignited this offense to a major comeback victory, and a little bit more with his legs than his arm. Obviously a capable thrower, but and we just talked about the triple option for Liberty. That is going to be where this offense primarily lives for Jacksonville State.
This is a mess, man.
He's going to keep it, trying to find the edge. He's going to get to the 40-yard line. A penalty flag down behind the field. Webb is escorted to the sideline by Quentin Reese. We'll see what the flag's about. Webb has got terrific speed. Actually, both quarterbacks do. Logan Smothers will probably see at some point tonight as well.
Holding. Number 17. Offense. 10-yard penalty. Remains. 1st down.
That's now the tight end, Sean Brown. You see a disgruntled look on Rich Rod's face.
I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
It was pretty light.
That's a weak one to start this game off. I thought it was a pretty good block.
So now 1st down and 17 after the penalty. Here's our first look at Malik Jackson, #1 running back in Conference USA. He's going to get back close to the original line of scrimmage. Preston Hodge and Marquise Bell combining on the stop.
Yeah, you look at his numbers this season, has been absolutely terrific. 93 yards per game, 25th in the country, #1 in the conference.
Yeah, this could be a false start.
False start. Number 67. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
Not exactly a tidy start on this Tuesday night.
You know what? Once again, everyone's it's new. You're used to playing on the weekends, Tuesday. Everyone's getting a little bit of a feel for it right now. This offense has been pretty good when it comes to penalties, but they want to go fast, and you got to be ready to go on both sides.
Yeah, they haven't been able to really get into the tempo they want to yet because of these fits and starts. So Webb out of the gun, 2nd down and 16. He's going to hurl it down the seam, and it's intercepted. Kobe Singleton with the interception. Coming off a great game last week. especially on that final series and on the opening series here tonight, a big play.
Yeah, you talk about last week, man. He was electric on that 2-minute drive. And then get this game going. Ball airs on the quarterback. Number 3 comes up with a great pick to start the game off.
Back to live action, first down and 10, and Liberty's going to run the football. That's Quentin Cooley straight ahead. Cooley's shoulder was banged up last week in that win over Sam Houston. Did finish the game, his third 100-yard game of the year. So a guy to keep an eye on tonight as Liberty tries to take advantage of an early Jacksonville State mistake. That's Cooley again.
Well, it's funny, you look at this Jacksonville State defense, and they'd like to do a lot on that side of the football schematically. 3 down, 4 down. I actually just saw a 5-down defensive front. 5 guys with their hands in the dirt, prepared to stop the run there on 2nd down. They present a lot. We talk about offenses presenting a lot to the defense and making those guys try to figure out schematically what's going on. What this defense does forces an offense to adjust to them with some of the down from the fronts to the coverages that they'll present here tonight.
3rd down and 4. Salter to the outside, and he's got his man. It's caught. Kylan Austin, the sophomore out of Baltimore. And that was incomplete.
On the field is an incomplete pass.
I'm going to rule this incomplete. Yeah, stepped out of bounds. So 4th down, and Liberty's going to have to bring out the punting unit again. The Liberty offense, as good as it has been this year, Aaron, I mean, they were held to 21 points last week by Sam Houston, who's winless on the year. They're hoping for a fast start tonight. Just hasn't happened yet. Now Max Morgan out again for another punt. And this is going to be fair caught inside the 30-yard line by Galban. Just getting going on this Tuesday night in Conference USA.
Timeout on the field.
In 6 minutes, you get to show the country who you are, what you're about, most importantly, why you fight. Clarity of purpose, gentlemen. As an individual and as a group, lay it on the line for 60 minutes. Lay it on the line for 60 minutes. Let that greatness be unleashed. It's our time. Yes, sir.
Jamie Chadwell in his first year at Liberty, and this is the first of 3 games in 12 days for the Flames. And we were talking with his staff this week. He thinks that this stretch is likely going to determine who hosts the Conference USA championship game. They certainly want to be in the mix for that. Here's a completion on 1st down to Perry Carter, and Jacksonville State approaching midfield again.
Oh, this is what they want to do once they get that 1st down, and it is go time when it comes getting to the line of scrimmage, getting the ball, and snapping it with under 25 seconds.
One of the fastest offenses in the country, but again, penalties have been a problem here early on as they've been out of sync. Zion Webb takes it himself, and it's going to be across midfield. And again, a flag down. And Zion Webb a little slow to get up as well.
Offside, number 27, defense, lined up in the neutral zone. 5-yard penalty, remains 1st down.
This is actually a penalty against Liberty's Brian Whitehead.
On the field for an injury to the offense.
Now again, Zion Webb is down, and Rich Rodriguez will tell you that we feel like we've got 2 starting quarterbacks. Logan Smothers, the Nebraska transfer, who's had a bit of an up and down year, but has played quite a bit, is ready to go.
And Rich reminded us this week on the coach's call that I have to remind myself as a coach that both these guys are young in the system.
We're going to step aside here in Jackson. Rough start for Zion Webb, the starting quarterback for Jacksonville State tonight. Throws a pick on the opening series and then gets banged up on series number 2. And so now Logan Smothers, the Nebraska transfer, who had a great second half in the win over Sam Houston, but struggled in the first half last week against Middle Tennessee and got benched, is in the game now for the first time.
Listen, you never want to get to your number 2 quarterback, but at least you have a guy with game experience, a guy that has started games this season for you for Jacksonville State, and someone that can do. The offense won't change, and that's the big thing, that the key that Rich Rod kept telling us over and over again. Regardless of who the quarterback is, we run our system. Both guys can run it effectively in his mind.
First down at 5 from the 49 of Liberty. Smothers is going to keep it on his first action of the night, and he's going to be stood up. No gain. Bush getting in there for the stop. TJ Bush, defensive end. Too talented to redshirt. He's a true freshman. Coaching staff absolutely loves him. And you see Smothers at Middle Tennessee really had a tough first half. And then Zion Webb took over and led him to the win. So second down and 5. Anwar Lewis checks in the backfield. He's been banged up this year. This is his 3rd game back after leg surgery. And they're going to toss it to him. Lewis trying to find the edge, and he does, and he's going to be close to a first down before he's hogtied and dragged out of bounds. Tyron Dupree, the linebacker, who's great sideline to sideline, got over there.
And the misdirection, you see tackle going left, but the run play's going the other way.
And they go with tempo, and they've got it. On first down, Anwar Lewis with a big hole.
This is the offense. Once you get going with first downs, all of a sudden you're reeling defensively. You just can't do a lot. You gotta just line up, play base defense.
Smothers fakes the toss to the right, runs it himself, and he's wrapped up by Kendi Charles, impact player on that Liberty defensive line.
And we've seen 2 of the past 3 plays. You're seeing offensive linemen going one direction, running backs going another direction, quarterback then going and following the offensive line. Just the discipline it takes on that defensive side of the football. Man, their heads are going to be spinning here tonight.
3rd down and 3. Smothers pumps. He's going to go to the air. Has a man wide open, but it's off his fingertips. That was Jamari Joyner. Transfer from Arizona, and it's going to be 4th down.
Man, beautifully run route by Joyner. It's going to go a sluggo route, a slant and go, and sells it just absolutely beautifully with his eyes. Stacks the DB. Just would have liked a little bit more air for him to come underneath that ball.
Rich Rod's going to go for it here on 4th down, or at least that's the way it looks.
Keep your eye on Sean Brown, number 17.
Smothers fakes the toss, throws it out to a wide open Malik Jackson. And he's going to saunter for an easy first down as the Flames were on their heels on that play.
Well, that's a great job because he had 2 defenders guarding Sean Brown down the seam. There's a lot of quarterbacks, you think big play down the field. It's not there. Found his running back there in the flat, got to him for a first down.
Logan Smothers will give it to Jackson again. Jackson quickly wrapped up. I mean, getting lined up for this Liberty defense tonight, that alone is just a challenge.
Well, especially on the 3rd and 4th down, because they have their what we call blitz packages, their 3rd down package. You'll see it in the red zone too, where they want to get into the bare front, a 3-down front. Well, it's hard to substitute and be able to do that.
Now Smothers on 2nd and 9, throwing, and he's looking for Carter. He's got him down at the 1-yard line. 26 yards to Carter.
Well, this defense wants to play single high, and that's the 3rd time we've seen 4 verticals hit that seam. Beautifully thrown ball from Smothers.
Quickly up to the line. Smothers hands it to Jackson. He's wrapped up. Did he get in? Doesn't look like it. They're going to spot him short of the goal line. Jackson stopped by Bazil and Reese just outside the end zone.
I mean, just a beautifully thrown football. Great coverage there in the slot, but when you put it right there for your receiver to run underneath it, you're seeing a defense that likes to play man, that likes to play single high, so you can attack those seams down the middle, right on the hashes.
You're going to bring Reggion Bennett into the ball game. 5'9", 175-pound freshman running back. Smothers is going to keep it. Finds a lane to the end zone. A touchdown, Jacksonville State. So Smothers off the bench leads a touchdown drive, the first score of the game.
Yeah, beautifully run zone read. Everyone's crashing, thinking running back's just going to come downhill. And like we talked about to start this drive, both these quarterbacks have the ability to throw the football. Both these guys are deadly with the ball in their hands when they do pull it on some of these zone reads. And man, it is very difficult to come in as a backup quarterback. You're just sitting on the bench, even though it's early in the game still, but be able to come out there with that kind of accuracy and decision-making on your first drive, very impressive from Smothers.
Jay Hardy, defensive tackle, a transfer from Auburn, up on his feet now, making his way to the sideline for Liberty. As the old saying goes, if you have two starting quarterbacks, you don't have one. You know, that's the old saying, and Rich Rod disagrees.
Well, of course he's going to disagree because it's his football team. But, you know, I think if both guys are similar, I think that argument is a little bit more valid. But right now it's proven to be very useful to have a quarterback like Smothers come into the football game, throwing absolute dimes, and then put the ball in my hand, coach. Watch what I can do. Gets it for the touchdown.
Saturday, one of the biggest games of the day is on ABC. Bo Nix in number 8 Oregon in Seattle squaring off against Michael Penix Jr. in number 7 Washington. Husky Stadium's going to be rocking. College game day is going to be there. It's going to have an impact on the Pac-12 title race. College playoff implications too. Coverage begins at 3:30 Eastern, 12:30 Pacific. He's Aaron Murray. I'm Clay Mathick. We've got our first touchdown of the game. It comes on a long drive by Jacksonville State standards. 11 plays, 72 yards in 3.5 minutes. And now Liberty's going to get the football back. And they're going to start at the 25-yard line. I'll tell you what, Bo Nix, since leaving Auburn, has really found a home in Eugene and has played well.
He has. He's played a lot of football. And I thought even his last year at Auburn, with not a lot of weapons, he played extremely well. But yeah, he has definitely been a guy that even last year had an opportunity to be a Heisman finalist before he went down. This is a big moment for both these quarterbacks to possibly separate in the Pac-12 because there's a lot of good quarterbacks in that league of keeping their team in contention, yes, but also when we talk about getting to New York for a Heisman.
Michael Penix well established at Washington. 7-0 Jacksonville State. Liberty trying to get bowl eligible with the win tonight and stay perfect. Salter taking it deep, and nobody home along the near sideline. He wanted Kylan Austin, who's been targeted a couple of times tonight. Marco Baker, the cornerback, was in coverage.
Well, this defense has watched the film, obviously, this week, and they know this team wants to push the ball vertically down the field. Kaden Salter, 13.8 yards of airtime per attempt. They throw the ball deep. These DBs are doing a great job staying on top, not letting the receivers get over them.
Salter still hasn't completed a pass tonight. He's 0 for 4. He'll hand it off. No running room for Billy Lucas. Just back from injury. Colby Fuquay, the nickelback, is having a terrific year. Got in there to wrap him up.
I mean, they're bringing 6-7 guys. This is when you want to have some sort of RPO run pass option where you give the quarterback an opportunity versus a stacked box to throw the football because you have someone that can take the running back on the dive. You have someone there if the quarterback does pull it. You need that third option, that extra quiver there to be able to pull as a quarterback and throw it out to a receiver.
Yeah, this defense looks like it's in rare form here tonight. Zach Alley, the 30-year-old defensive coordinator, has this as a highly tuned machine lately. Salter trying to take off to the near sideline, avoids one tackle, and then is tripped up by Fuquay at the 35-yard line. That's a gain of 9, and that's going to be a first down for Liberty.
I tell you what, he got out of there a little bit too early, but does a great job with his legs and making someone miss in the open field. But I think he's feeling the heat. This defensive line is some game wreckers right now. They may be taking a look at this to see if he was a little bit short of that first down mark.
It didn't look like he got it initially.
No, I don't think so either.
They gave it to him. Friendly spot for Liberty. Again, no passing game so far.
It's under further review.
Trying to move the football against this tough Jacksonville State defense.
Well, they're doing a great job. Two things. One, like I alluded to, staying on top of those receivers, not letting them get down the field. And then two, this defensive line, presenting this offensive line with a lot of looks, a lot of pressure up front. We'll take a look and see if Salter was able to get to that 35-yard line. Knee down. Yeah, I think he's about a half yard, if not a yard short of the first down. Great move, though. One-on-one in the open field.
The #1 scoring defense in Conference USA, Jacksonville State, allowing under 18 points per game. Had a ton of takeaways, second in tackles for loss. They really know how to get to the ball carrier. And you can tell they've got Liberty just kind of thinking things through a little bit. Now, they haven't been explosive so far yet tonight, especially in the passing game.
No, listen, it's still early, and the one thing about this defense, and we'll continue to illustrate all the unique things they do, and this is a coaching staff that, and Zach Alley, who's been under Brent Venables for 8 years, and when we talk about Brent Venables, we saw what the defense did to Texas this weekend. If you watch the Red River rivalry game, they show you a lot and make you adjust a ton.
After review, it was determined that the ball carrier's knee was down, ball at the 34-yard line. It'll be 4th down, 1 yard to go there.
All right, so if you're Jamie Chadwell on this side of the field, do you risk it?
I'm not, especially the way my offensive line has looked. If I'm Jamie Chadwell, and Zach Alley, as we just talked about, I mean, he took everything from the game planning to the execution of what he learned from Brent Venables and has executed on that this entire season so far, and we're seeing it early on in this game. And it looks like the offense on the field, maybe they try to get them to jump, but I just, right now, Jacksonville State has dictated the line of scrimmage. I think this is a big risk, obviously, and one that I would not take early on in this football game.
Liberty has not converted on 4th down yet this year. An attempt to do it here. Salter in trouble, but he was able to get across the 35 and pick up the 1st down by the skin of his teeth.
That did not look good from the snap. I mean, Jacksonville State had them dead to rights. They got someone for the pitch man, someone for the quarterback. A 3rd defender come in there. And Salter showed us a little wiggle these past 2 plays, being able to make defenders miss in order to get the 1st down.
Number 91, Chris Hardy, the reigning Conference USA Defensive Player of the Week, almost had him as well in the backfield. Now another running play out to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 3 for Quentin Cooley, who was the number 3 running back at Wake Forest last year. There's number 91, Chris Hardy. 5 tackles for loss, a couple of sacks, and a 4th quarter interception last week.
He almost took it back, too. About 70 yards to the end zone. Only made it about 50, and sure, he was huffing and puffing on the sideline.
2nd down and 7 for Liberty. Salter, good play fake. Throws it right into the belly of his receiver. That's caught by Sibley, trying to make a man miss and get out of another tackle at midfield, and he does. And that's going to move the sticks. Travis Franklin, the safety, made the stop.
I feel like I say this every week with our games, Clay, but for an offense, it is just, sometimes it feels so hard to get that first down, and then you kind of get over with it, and then things start to click a little bit. And part of the reason is, defensively, all of a sudden you make them stay on the field 4, 5, 6, 7 plays plus. They start having to sub in and out. They get to their 2nd team guys, and you start gaining some confidence on that side of the football.
First completion for Salter, and now Cooley cuts it up. Good run on 1st down. Jabril Alameen, linebacker, makes the stop. Caden Salter, according to Jamie Chadwell, they say that the quarterback is just scratching the surface.
Yeah, he definitely is. Look at this rushing attack, which has helped him out this season. Just 255 yards per game. They're going to stay committed to it. Very similar to Jacksonville State, just not the up-tempo, breakneck speed. They want to get to the line of scrimmage, make some checks, get to the right play.
Hanshaw, the tight end, goes in motion. They give it to Cooley. Not much there. Jacksonville State, led by Luttrell, up the middle, making the stop. So now it's going to be 3rd down at about 6.
Clay, we talk about that rushing attack, 255 yards per game. I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen, I've seen what we like to call as a bear defense. So there's a head-up nose right over the center, 2-3 techniques, and usually 2 stand-up defensive ends. They've had 5 defensive linemen with their hands in the dirt at times for this defense, getting ready to stop the run.
Looked like some movement on the left side for Liberty. Hudson's our referee tonight.
He's going to be on defense.
Offside, number 91, defense. That 5-yard penalty is good enough for a 1st down.
That's Hardy.
Chris Hardy, top of the screen. I
He wasn't in the neutral zone.
Well, I think the DB was, though. I think the DB moved first. He crossed, and then the left tackle moved. First down, Liberty. Man, the first thing when I watched the tape on this offense, man, this offensive line, it's been a little bit shaky here, but man, they are big, they're physical, and they like to get on the edge, get those guys out in space.
Flea flicker.
Let it go.
Cooley back to Salter. He's going to send it to Daniels in the end zone. Incomplete, but there is a flag. Trick play here for Liberty on the series. And they might get bailed out with a penalty.
Man, he had C.J. Daniels right away. I mean, you just got to let it rip. You throw it immediately, and it's a touchdown in the back of the end zone. C.J. Daniels just runs out of space, and unfortunately, you know, just a little bit too early for Fuqua there. Number 23 getting his arms in there.
Number 25, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's against Fred Perry. We saw Daniels get loose on a similar play, except along the sideline last week against Sam Houston.
I mean, he could take the top off the defense. If you were here for the beginning of this game, we illustrate some of the major catches he had in last week's ball game. The speed down the field, to be able to, we talk about getting on top of the defender where they can't catch up to you.
Daniels missed most of last year with an ACL, but when he is healthy, he is terrific. First down and 10. Inside handoff. There's Cooley again. Coaches call this guy a warrior. Number 20, Quentin Cooley, kind of establishes the run game. And, of course, it has been so good this year. 255 yards per game on the ground.
And 75 yards in 4 of the 5 games this season. Just a workhorse behind that offensive line. I like them going right at the heart of that defense. Downhill, get behind these offensive linemen. I mean, 295, 320, 320, 330. There's some big boys there for Liberty.
Second down and 4. Liberty in the red zone for the first time. Salter to the corner of the end zone, and that's incomplete. Also wanted Daniels on that play. Just off his hand. He had Perry beat again.
I think right now for this team, it's, I mean, beautifully thrown football. Would have loved to see a little, you know, stick him on those gloves, you know, SportsCenter top 10 one-handed catch. But right now it's just run, 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 take a shot, run, take a shot, run, take a shot. And right now they're getting on top of them this drive. They're just not connecting on them.
You see Salter just the one completion so far. Need 4 yards to keep the drive going. 3rd and 4. Salter on the draw, looking for an avenue, and he's going to get inside the 15-yard line. Yeah, that's going to be close. Chris Hardy there for another tackle.
4th down.
And it's going to be short. 4th down.
And get to the line of scrimmage. You got a big quarterback. We talked about the size of this offensive line. I'm QB sneaking this thing.
4th and about a half yard. And there comes Cooley back onto the field, a 210-pound running back.
Right now, 10 seconds on that play clock. You might need to take a timeout. You know, get to the line of scrimmage and snap this football.
Yeah, and Jamie Chadwell just called for it. Timeout, Liberty.
Liberty.
As they sort this out with a 4th and 1 coming up.
Timeout.
Well, next week we're going to be at SoFi Stadium for what should be a very good NFL game between Justin Herbert, Keenan Allen, and the Chargers. It's Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and the Cowboys. 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ABC. And in celebration of Hispanic Heritage Month, the ESPN2 telecast featuring Rebecca Landon, the first woman to do play-by-play for an NFL game on Spanish-language TV in the U.S. Cowboys getting smashed by the 49ers and Brock Purdy over the weekend. Brock Purdy, quite a story. Mr. Irrelevant. He's not so irrelevant anymore.
Listen, he's balling out. He's got a great football team, but still, what he's doing right now through what last season and the first part of this season right now for the 49ers has been absolutely unbelievable for the last pick in the NFL draft a couple of years ago.
Couple of punts on the opening 2 drives for Liberty. Now a 4th and 1 inside the red zone. They're going to try and push Salter across the line, and they got him through.
It's funny talking to this offensive staff this week, and I mentioned the size of the offensive line, and they're like, yeah, we didn't have this at Coastal Carolina, working from left to right, 6'4", 320, 6'5", 330, 6'2", 295, 6'4", 320, and then 6'8", 335
It's absolutely
at the right. I mean, they're just gigantic individuals. It's unbelievable. But the crazy thing is you look at them on tape, and they move so well. They can pull. They can get to the second level.
This is play number 13 of the drive. On top of that, they've only allowed 5 sacks all year as an offensive line. They're going to feed it to Cooley, and he is going to be hit in the backfield by Larry Worth. On the nickel blitz, comes in and knocks him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Ain't messing at all. Comes right through, unblocked. That's what happens when you have third-level defenders coming down. That is the running back's responsibility. Everyone else got their job from the offensive line. You have to unfortunately make a guy miss. When you got a bullet coming downfield like that, very difficult. Great call defensively.
Second down and 9. Under 15 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Salter rolling out to his right, looking toward the end zone, and that's going to be incomplete. Off the hand of Kikura Tarnu, with that huge third quarter interception last week at Middle Tennessee. Really changed the momentum in that game.
Yep.
And now it's third down and 9 with 7 seconds to go in the quarter.
Man, that would have been a frustrating interception if I was the quarterback there, because he's getting ready to throw to C.J. Daniels, who was open on the sideline. C.J. thought his quarterback was about to take off and run, which he's done a few times this drive. He turns up the block. Just a little miscommunication. Unfortunate for the offense, but lucky that wasn't an interception.
Passing offense has sputtered here to start for Liberty. Haven't converted on third down yet. Third down and 9. Salter getting heated up, and he's just going to throw it away. Closest receiver was Daniels, and Fuqua again getting in the backfield to challenge Salter.
That's a great job by Tarnu. They're going to do a sluggo route themselves there to the start receiver. He stays on top.
So that's how the fourth quarter comes to an end. Liberty will line up for a field goal when we start the second quarter. 2 Conference USA unbeatens. It's 7-0 Jacksonville State with the lead after 15 minutes. Well, place kicking has not been great here early on in the season for Liberty. Their starter quit the team in week 3, and Nick Brown, as you can see, missed a couple of field goals last week. The second one he pushed badly to the right. Now he sets up from 31 yards out. Here trying to get Liberty on the board tonight.
Nice to make your first one, get some confidence.
Nick Brown, a sophomore out of Frisco, Texas, out of the hold of Max Morgan, the punter. And that one is hit well and true. So Nick Brown, who was working really hard on the sideline prior to the game tonight, Aaron, vindicated for all his work.
Everyone can just breathe now. The coaching staff can breathe, because right now you're talking about the 2 best teams in this conference right now matching up tonight. It may come down to a situation where you have to kick the football. So you get your kicker, an early one right there, could pay dividends later on in this football game.
Short week for both teams. Jacksonville State coming off a 6-day rest. Liberty played just 5 days ago, but both Jamie Chadwell and Rich Rodriguez loving the exposure that these midweek games are bringing Conference USA.
Yeah, they love it, but they also have to change how they practice. There's less rest right now for Jacksonville State. 4 games in 18 days. You can't go in pads and be banging day in and day out in practice. You got to go a little bit more helmets, a little bit more shells, walk-through type mentality at sometimes too. You have to take care of your body even more right now, this unique part of the season that they're kind of dealing with.
Well, that's a prototypical Liberty drive. Almost 8 minutes, 16 plays, 62 yards. Didn't get into the end zone to come away with points, as Max Morgan is going to kick it deep. And Jacksonville State hasn't returned 1 kick this year. It's either been a touchback or a fair catch. Another fair catch. They'll start at the 25-yard line.
It seems like it's been forever since Smothers came in there as a starting quarterback there, that second drive, and drove him right down the field with some beautiful throws. When we talk about the kicker gain some confidence, how about for Jacksonville State and their backup quarterback in this game getting a lot of confidence on that first drive? And we'll see for Liberty a lot of single high to start the football game, getting exposed down the seam. We'll see if they go to a little bit more 2 safeties this drive possibly.
Zion Webb knocked out of the game in the second series. Smothers scoring a touchdown on his first drive, throws it to the outside, and that's going to be caught. There is Lane. No, they're going to say out of bounds again. Well, Quentin Lane made the catch, but
the field, incomplete pass, second down.
yeah, he's going to be out.
Ooh, that was a beautifully thrown football, though, on the run. A little dangerous. They got this defense into a too-high safety look, though. This is an opportunity to run the football for this offense.
Second down at 10. Smothers running the option. Late pitch. Gets it to Anwar Lewis. Lewis, who was the leading rusher last year, picks up 5. Here's third down again for the Gamecocks.
It's the chess game. You know, you hit some plays down the field versus single high man coverage. You get them to back up into two high safeties, a light box, so you have enough defenders to block, or offensive linemen to block the defenders. Then you run the ball to get into this third and medium situation.
Neither team has converted on third down yet tonight. Smothers, plenty of time in the pocket, now rolling out to the left. He's going to take it on the feed again, and he's got the first down. Boy, Smothers has been really good with his legs here in the early going.
Well, and I think decision-making, too. I go back to the first drive he was in. There's an opportunity to throw the ball to his tight end down the seam. He said, I don't like it. 2 guys on him. Found his check down to the running back. Got the first down right there. Didn't like what he saw from his receivers getting open. Took it down, running, got the first down.
Lewis finds a hole on the left side. He's across midfield. Into Liberty territory, flung down at the 36-yard line by Jalen Jimerson. And here's the run game getting going now for Jacksonville State.
Once again, just a light box. Not enough defenders in the box. Only 5 guys. So you have 5 offensive linemen plus a tight end to only block 5 defenders, and they're getting to that second and third level in a hurry.
25 for the junior from Pensacola. He'll take it again. He'll get a couple on the left side. Boy, it doesn't look like he's got any ill effects coming back from that leg injury.
No, he looks pretty good. And right there, Brylan Green, the safety, coming in saying, I'm sick of playing too high safety. I'm going to come down like a missile to force just a minimal gain on offense.
Second down and 9. Play action. Smothers has time down the seam, and he tried to hit Petway. A transfer from Washington State just out of his reach as he had to step on Singleton.
Well, I think Singleton did a great job of undercutting that route as well, forcing the quarterback a little bit uncomfortable. I'm sure he wanted to be able to put some muster on that football, put it right between his numbers. Had to force it to float it a little bit because of Singleton on the outside to force the incompletion.
Here comes the pressure, picked up. Pass on the inside to Lane on the slant. Quentin Lane, he's a big physical target. 6'4", 210. Marquise Bell made the stop, but it's first down. They go quickly. Back to Lewis. Lewis trying to find some leverage on the near side. He's going to get a handful. As Jerome Jolly cut him off.
This offense goes fast. 25 seconds in between plays for them to snap it, which is second in the country, only behind Tennessee. They force you to get lined up, and that's Liberty's goals. You got to be able to get lined up, get set, get ready to go, beat them to the line of scrimmage. It's almost a race to see who get lined up first.
Good pickup on first down, a gain of 7. Give it to Lewis again. Does a little tap dance on the inside, and he's going to be close to another first down. Joseph Carter made the tackle. About a yard short, third down and 1. Lewis again lowers his helmet and drives inside the 15-yard line. You know, with this tempo, it's so big to have a good play on first down. It just sets up the rest of the series.
Well, because they want to run the football. It's not only just the tempo, but it's the identity of this offense. It is a run-first offense, and they've had some success throwing the ball a little bit here and there tonight, but that's not really what they want to do. So if you're able to go fast, you're able to get the misdirection within the run game. Once again, illustrating offensive linemen going one way, running backs going another direction. You really get this defense on their heels when you throw a lot at them like that.
Smothers sprints out. It's all him. Logan Smothers trying to win a race to the edge. And he was shut down by Brylan Green. Sophomore nickelback. So bring up second down as you look at Rich Rodriguez. 14-3 since taking over the program.
You know what I found interesting? He doesn't script practice. he calls practice like it's a game. You know, usually go into the coach's script all night, all morning, getting ready for practice. Now he waits and just treats it like a game, and it's had a lot of success, obviously, doing that.
That's batted down. Jalen Jimerson, the strong safety out of Pittsburgh, Texas. And so 3rd down and long now for Jacksonville State.
It's a great job. A lot in his face. You got running back going away, possible run, the tight end crossing as well. Stayed home. And this is what we talked about before. This is where you don't want to be offensively in these 3rd and long situations, especially in condensed territory. Someone that's been quiet here tonight, Sean Brown, who had a massive game last week, 5 catches, 103 yards, and a touchdown. The tight end, see if they can find a way to get him schemed open.
Timeout.
Now Jacksonville State with a 4-point lead here in the 2nd quarter is going to take a
This will be
break to talk it over.
Media timeout.
Kickoff week 6. NFL Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern with the Countdown Crew on ESPN and the app. They'll have all the breaking stories, injury updates, and previews right up to kickoff. So Zion Webb still in the stadium, still being evaluated, the starting quarterback for Jacksonville State, threw an interception on the opening series and was knocked out of the game. Logan Smothers has already led 1 touchdown drive tonight. This will be play number 13 of the series for Jacksonville State. Smothers pumps, looks right, comes back left, single coverage, and it's incomplete. It was intended for Petway. Kobe Singleton again locking down his man.
I mean, it was hilarious last week. They're in a 2-minute drive situation defensively. They get into the red zone, and they just kept testing Kobe Singleton one-on-one, back shoulder fades, back to back, and he just stuffed it for this football team to get the win. Great job right there once again in the red zone, not giving up the big play for the touchdown.
Alan Karadzic comes on for a 31-yard attempt, the veteran out of Chattanooga. 5 for 9 on the year. This is well within his range. And it's no good. So Liberty comes over to the sideline in a jolly mood after Jacksonville State comes away empty after a long drive.
Well, that's a rare long drive, too. 28 of their last 33 possessions have been under 2 minutes. They've moved the ball, obviously, at a very fast pace, but this defense mentality is, hey, man, we can bend but don't break. Right, they're doing a great job in the red zone, forcing the field goal, which turned out to be nothing, and now all of a sudden you get a little bit more life.
You know, it's a pace that Jacksonville State runs at that cannot be simulated in practice when you're trying to defend it, working, prepping during the week.
Well,
I think they've done a pretty good job so far.
Yeah, they've done a good job. I mean, these have been 2 long drives that they've given up, and to only look up and have 7 points on the board is a big win for them.
Billy Lucas in the backfield. Salter wants to throw on 1st down. Goes out to C.J. Daniels, his sure-handed wideout. 3 touchdown catches on the year. He gets 11 and a 1st down. Marco Baker was in the coverage.
Well, now all of a sudden you're seeing these DBs back off a little bit. They're about 7-10 yards off. Allows you to throw what we call that Okie route, that deep out route towards the sideline. You catch it, get out of bounds, get the 1st down.
Henshaw, the tight end, goes in motion. And go back to the ground game. Here's Billy Lucas. Little shimmy shake right up the middle, and he gets out to midfield. The Duquesne transfer out of Erie, Pennsylvania, with an 18-yard gallop.
That's a great job by that right side of the offensive line, including the tight end Henshaw, because they had numbers defensively blitzing from the right side, and they took care of it, giving their run back that little sliver of daylight to be able to accelerate through the hole to get the big run play.
Missed last week's game with an injury. Liberty is very happy to have Lucas back. They give it to him again. This time he has stood up at the line and thrust back. Lucas was excellent at the FCS level for Duquesne. And since coming over to Liberty, has had some big moments. Ran for 100 yards last month in the win at FIU.
You know, we've not seen too much in this game right now for Liberty, and he's going to be in the backfield right now. Number 82, Aaron Bedgood. They like to use him in a variety of ways. Running back in the triple option, put him at the receiving position as well. Came over with his staff from Coastal Carolina.
Jacksonville State showing pressure. Here they come. Picked up nicely. Now Salter forced out. And he is so good on his feet, gets inside the 40-yard line, chased out by Quay Drake, but that's what Caden Salter can do. He gets a dozen on that run.
Well, you see the respect from the DBs with these receivers. You know, a lot of the man coverage, you know, eyes on the receivers, not on the quarterback, and Salter sees that. He sees that no one's there. I don't feel very comfortable inside the pocket. This defense line has done a great job at times getting after the quarterback, and he's used his athleticism just to book it, get out of there, go get the first down with his legs.
Under 9 minutes to go here in the first half, and it looked like Hardy jumped for the Gamecocks. And that's going to be the second penalty, at least called against Hardy. The first time it didn't look like he was actually the culprit, but it's been a little aggressive tonight.
Offside, number 50, defense with contact. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
Well, they substituted 50, 91, and then they looked up and said, oh, where'd that guy go? Where'd he go? Oh, we'll just give it to 50. So he didn't get the first one. It wasn't his fault. So this is just, you know, ball don't lie. Now they're making up for it.
It's like he's in the witness protection program.
But look at this defense line. 5 defenders, D linemen in the game.
First down and 5. Cooley charges ahead. And he's going to be short of the line to gain. He'll pick up 3, so second down and 1.
Now, this is an opportunity right here, second and short situation, man. If you like what you think the defense is going to present you, I'm looking at number 4, C.J. Daniels on the outside. Right now, one-on-one coverage. You got to take a shot with him.
And Daniels getting out a little wider to the near side. And they'll run it again with Cooley. Stiff arm, gets away. Inside the 15, the 10, and down at the 6-yard line. Quentin Cooley. Great strength and an extra burst at the end. Larry Worth kept him out of the end zone.
I mean, they had 10 defenders in the box, and he's just rumbling, stumbling, bumbling down the field, breaking tackles, staying up. Great job once again on that left side of the offensive line, including the tight end position.
Gain of 25 for Cooley. That's the longest run of the night for Liberty. And now Cooley again, picking his way into the end zone, touchdown. Quentin Cooley from 6 yards out. And Liberty has its first lead of the game.
All of 5'7", 210 pounds, follows the offensive line. Jordan White, the center, number 53, is going to pull around the edge. Then you also got Aaron Bedgood also as a lead blocker there. And 2 great runs from number 20 to get in the end zone. But man, talk about some tenacity running through tackles these past 2 plays.
Second rushing touchdown of the year for Cooley as Brown comes on for the PAT. And it's 10-7 Liberty. Win tonight, and the Flames are bowl eligible. Jamie Chadwell and his crew on the road tonight in a tough place to play, and they're finally in front. Quentin Cooley capping a 7-play, 80-yard drive with his second rushing touchdown of the year. He had a big 25-yard run on that drive. Newland Isaac on the left, Willie Korn on the right. They truly are co-offensive coordinators for Liberty.
It's always so funny when we had the opportunity to talk with head coaches and coordinators. It's usually, you know, you get 3, head coach, DC, OC, and then all of a sudden you talk to Liberty. And we both had the opportunity to cover them at Coastal last year. And all of a sudden comes Tweedledum and Tweedledee on the call. 2 coaches just popping down on their seats, and man, they are such great personalities. So much fun to talk to. Obviously, know ball, know this offense, and have executed it for a long, long time with Jamie Chadwell.
Of course, they had Grayson Call as their quarterback the last few years. Did wonderful things with him and that Coastal offense. As Jacksonville State will have another touchback and start at the 25-yard line. Some pushing and shoving out at midfield as things are getting spirited here in Jacksonville, Alabama.
You know, it's nice, and it was funny talking to the entire staff for Liberty about, you know, obviously now being a part of a conference is building some of these rivalries. Now, all of a sudden, you're going to be playing these teams year in and year out. You start to get that little bit of a hatred towards certain teams, a little bit more juice on the field compared to being an independent.
And of course, playing for a conference title gives these programs identities, and yeah, rivals are a big part of college football. Liberty hasn't had that as an independent. There's Malik Jackson, leading rusher in Conference USA, and that's what he does. Right away on first down, rips off 9, gets the drive started the right way.
Well, you know he's hungry after last week. Only 2.6 yards per carry versus Middle Tennessee. He's coming out with some fire to get this game going.
93 yards per game is what he averages. And that looks like that's going to be a first down. Joseph Carter, the linebacker, made the stop. But it is a first down. Now this is not good. Jackson still on the turf. He became their #1 running back after Ron Wiggins was lost for the year week 3. They cannot afford Jackson to go down. Another reminder on ABC this Saturday, huge game in the Pac-12. Number 8 Oregon, number 7 Washington in Seattle. College Game Day is there to start the day on ESPN, and then 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific on ABC. It's the Ducks and the Huskies. Well, things not going well for Rich Rod's team as far as health. Zion Webb, the starting quarterback, went out in the second series. We haven't seen him return. And now Malik Jackson, leading rusher in Conference USA, goes out. And here's a hit in the backfield, and that's incomplete. Liberty saying they created a turnover, but it's going to be an incompletion.
On the field, it was an incomplete forward pass. Second down.
Yeah, they're going to say that was a forward pass. Oh, that is close. Brylan Green, the nickelback, in there to blow that play up. So 2nd and 10. Logan Smothers came in for Webb on the second drive, and now he's going to throw it deep near sideline, looking for his man. What a turning catch! Jordan McCants, redshirt freshman out of Birmingham, with a gain of 28.
Same thing, single high coverage. They're going after those seams, those inside receiver fades, and what an acrobatic catch there by number 88, going up, tracking the football, making the big time play.
One of the prettiest back shoulder catches we've seen this year. Now back in plus territory. They're going to go to Reggion Bennett as they're going down the depth chart with these running backs now. Joseph Carter makes the stop. It's going to be a 2-yard pickup for the Gamecocks.
You're talking about running. Let's not forget that both quarterbacks have been tremendous with their legs this entire season. So, yeah, you're getting a little bit weak at the running back position. You're going down in that depth chart, but you got two quarterbacks that can act as a running back if needed.
They fake the handoff to Bennett on the jet sweep. Now Smothers trying to hit his tight end. Yeah, it's not going to work out. Sean Brown downfield. They can't connect. Yeah, despite the injuries, though, the running game this year for Jacksonville State, well over 200 yards per game.
Yeah, 3rd in the conference right now, 214 yards per game. And they mix it up with running backs. They mix it up with quarterbacks.
Jacksonville State, 3rd down. And a long 8. They're 3 for 5 tonight on 3rd down.
2 down territory.
Smothers rips it over the middle, and he's got it in the hands of Carter for a first down. To their 20-yard line, Carter held on after taking a couple of pops. It's a gain of 14.
Yeah, their most explosive player at the receiving position. They want to get the ball to him as much as they can here tonight.
It's been pretty quiet for the most part. Bennett is tracked down from behind by Carter. Great closing speed by Joseph Carter.
God, only 11 tackles heading into the game tonight, and he has been on this drive using that speed to track down these running backs on the edge.
Now, this defense really runs through the linebacking core, especially Dupree and Jolly. They have 25% of Liberty's tackles coming into the night.
And we talk about the importance of the linebackers here against this offense, and they feel like, hey, listen, we face this type of offense every single day in practice.
Anwar Lewis in the game in the backfield. Smothers throwing, and it's high, incomplete. Man, he kind of hung Jordan McCants out to dry. Takes a shot in the back from Dexter Ricks.
Yeah, there must have been some sort of miscommunication because he had McCants wide open, and he just completely overthrows him. I don't know if he was thinking he's going to go up the seam, and he wants to lead him down the field. McCants kind of broke it off. Missed opportunity.
Another long drive here for Jacksonville State. This is play number 10. You see the numbers on Logan Smothers, 5 for 13 now. And he wants to run on the draw, is bumped in the backfield and won't get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard if he did. C.J. Bazille makes the stop. So here's a 4th down again for Jacksonville State. And the field goal unit will march out.
Well, they had the numbers too, 5 for 5 offensive linemen for defensive players, 4 D linemen and the linebacker. So good opportunity to run that quarterback draw to see if you get the first down or make it maybe a possible go for it on 4th down. But that defensive line recreated the line of scrimmage. Nowhere to run for the quarterback.
Karadzic missed from 31 earlier in the half. His second attempt is good from 39. And we're even in this matchup between two Conference USA unbeatens on a Tuesday night. Jacksonville, Alabama, about 13,000 people. One of the smallest towns now in the FBS as Jacksonville State joins this division. Good crowd here tonight. Tied at 10 after that 11-play, 53-yard scoring drive in 3 minutes and 14 seconds. Karadzic hitting a 39-yard field goal for the Gamecocks. And he's ready to kick it off. Well, this has been a better first half for Jacksonville State in the last couple of weeks. They've been slow to get going. And they're very much in this football game tonight. And 5-0 Liberty. That's going to check up just short of the goal line. And Aaron Bedgood has to return it. He's going to be hammered down at the 12-yard line. Boy, Bedgood thought that was getting into the end zone, and it didn't. Now, this season, for every field goal and extra point made by participating universities, All-State makes a contribution to the university's General Scholarship Fund. We say thank you to All-State. So now some tough field position for the Liberty Flames.
Oh, you talk about, I want to flip it over to what you just brought up about slow starts for Jacksonville State. I mean, they're only averaging about 11 points per first half, which is 109th in FBS right now. But they come out guns blazing in the second half.
You see the last 2 drives. This offense is finding its rhythm. Salter slings it to the outside, and he gets it to Austin Henderson, big tight end. Second year at Liberty after a transfer from Minnesota. He hails from Nashville. Pick up a 4, 2nd down.
And right now, goal for this Liberty offense is, can we stay on the field for the next 3 minutes, 50 seconds, methodically move the football down the field, have 2 timeouts, plenty of time to drive 85 yards.
This is Cooley again. And not too much operating room right up the middle as Fred Perry stands his ground.
Oh, Fred Perry can fly in from a safety position downhill.
Derek Carter got his nose dirty too. 3rd down and 3.
Right now in these 3rd down situations, the defense needs to be on the lookout for the quarterback run. If he's felt any sort of pressure, he has not been afraid just to pull it, run, and take off. So we'll see if we see possibly some pressure here.
And it does come right up the middle. Salter in trouble, going the wrong way. He's in the end zone, directing traffic. Now on his feet, gets across the 20, the 30, and he's hit hard at the 32-yard line. But what a recovery by Caden Salter. It's a gain of 15 yards, but he went 45 yards to pick it up.
Yeah, he did. Well, great pickup right there, and just enough from the running back, Cooley, to give his quarterback the opportunity to reverse field, sees it. Once again, man, he is not afraid when it is not there that, hey, my legs have been getting first downs this entire first half. I'm just going to take off and run once again if I don't feel good in the pocket.
Not as thick as Malik Willis, who is, of course, a great dual threat quarterback at Liberty. And this time Salter's just going to throw it away. Salter does have some similarities, though, to Willis. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, big arm, can make all the throws you want. Like you said, not as thick, but just feels it's all about the pocket presence. Like, he just has that feeling of seeing the pressure, feeling the pressure, seeing where maybe a defensive or offensive lineman lost leverage to a defensive lineman, and then escaping just like that one right there. He feels the running back's not going to get there to take care of the nickel pressure. Step up, get out.
Salter 6'1", 200 pounds, added about 15 pounds this offseason as Cooley backs his way across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 9. Quay Drake makes the tackle, so 3rd down and short.
I mean, this is an offense that's only given up 5 sacks this season. And it's not all due to the offensive line playing well. I think a lot has to do with Using that sixth sense from their quarterback, being able to feel the pressure, get out of there, and create with his legs. The way Cooley's running the ball right now, I'm getting the first down. I'm giving the ball number 20, let him get the first down and keep this possession going.
They hear you. They hear you loud and clear, Aaron. And Cooley rips it to the near sideline and gets inside the 40, pushed out at the 38 by Tarnan.
Man, this young man is having a game right now. Great job up front, but it's just broken tackle after broken tackle. 2 on that run, once again to get the big first down. And this offense in no hurry at the moment. New clock rules. The clock will stop on first downs and going out of bounds under 2 minutes. End of half and end of game.
56 runs now for Liberty on the year of 10 yards or more. They've got 5 tonight. Salter on the naked boot. Slings it to the far sideline, and that is going to be a completion to Noah Frith, the big veteran wideout. First time we called his name tonight.
Yeah, left foot in bounds. Would have liked the quarterback to throw that just a hair earlier. He had him open for about 1 or 2 seconds before letting it go. Made that a little bit more difficult than it had to be. But still a nice play on first down for this offense.
Only the 5th catch on the year for Frith. It's a gain of 7. Lucas back in the backfield. And here's Billy Lucas looking for room on the outside. And we'll cut it up inside the 30-yard line for pickup of a couple. So 3rd down and a yard. And a timeout called for by the Flames. With 1:09 to go before halftime. Well, we've got a college football doubleheader for you on Friday night.
This will be a 30-second timeout.
7 o'clock Eastern, ESPN, the American, Tulane, and Memphis. And then at 10 Eastern on ESPN, great one in the Pac-12, Stanford at Colorado. Stanford 1-4 on the year. Colorado under Coach Prime, and of course their quarterback Shedeur Sanders with some big numbers this year, but they've lost the last couple of weeks. So we'll see how the Buffs play against the Cardinals.
They had a big win this past weekend to get back on track after those 2 games versus Oregon and USC. And Shedeur flexing that watch off to the fan base of it was Arizona State this past weekend. I mean, that young man has just been absolutely incredible, and such a lot of excitement around college football, around the Colorado Buffs, to think that there could possibly be, what was it, 4-2, 5-2, 5-2 after this weekend.
Out of the timeout, 3rd down and 1. See what Liberty does here. It is Lucas, and they're going to blow this play dead. Hold on. It's going to be a false start on the Flames. Ooh, that's a killer.
False start. Number 4, offense, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
And it's on the wideout, C.J. Daniels.
Yeah, on a run play, too. I mean, come on, man. Like, you got to stay disciplined on the outside in a close ball game like this. Once again, we'll see if this defense learns his lesson. Like, they've been tenacious getting after the quarterback, but they've also given up some running lanes to him, too. I think the focus should be, make sure you contain him in the pocket at some point. There's been enough 3rd downs with him pulling it down and running the football. Keep him in there, make him beat you on this 3rd down with his arm and not his legs.
See what Zach Alley's defense can do here on 3rd down and 6 after the penalty. Hand shot the tight end to the right side. Now Salter in trouble. He's going to be swarmed under. Ball comes loose. Jacksonville State looks like they have recovered. Quay Drake knocked it out, and it is the Gamecocks football. J-Rock Swain, the big defensive end, got in there to recover it near midfield.
Well, went to the well one too many times. You're going to see that linebacker, number 10, coming around, Quay Drake. He's going to start on the left side, the right side of the offensive line, left side for the defense, and he's going to loop all the way around. So the quarterback feels like, okay, there's an opening for me to take off and run. Not so fast. Drake comes around, great job defensively. All of a sudden now this offense is looking like, hey, 1:06 with how fast we go. Plenty of time with 2 timeouts to be able to get some points on the board for ourselves here before halftime.
16th takeaway for this defense this year. They came into the night 2nd in the country in takeaways. And now they give it back to the offense with great field position and just over a minute to go and 2 timeouts remaining before half. And Anwar Lewis runs ahead. He'll pick up 6 on first down.
Well, defensively, you got to stay on top here. I'll give up those little runs here or there.
Now Smothers, who came in after the injury to Zion Webb, hands it to Lewis. Lewis gets out of trouble, gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then gets knocked down hard by Joseph Carter. No gain. Third down coming up, and timeout called by Jack State. With 37 seconds to go and 1 timeout remaining.
That's kind of that takeaway with Zach Alley defensively, man. Just the presentation and then the movement up front. But as a quarterback, you can't do that, man. When you feel pressure, just like any ball carrier, you need to put 2 hands on the football, protect it at all costs. And that's the difference in these type of ball games. This has been an offense that's done a great job of taking care of the football this season. Have had some fumble mishaps that have gone their way with whether it's recovering or overturns, but something they've worked hard at in practice. But that's simple stuff, man. Pressure, you put 2 hands on the football.
You see that now tied with Western Kentucky, another Conference USA team. 16 takeaways on the year, most in the country. It's a real challenge here for this Liberty defense. You know, as the momentum is swung here late in the first half to Jacksonville State, 41 seconds. That's a lot of time for this offense. And they've got a timeout to work with. 3rd down and 4. Smothers out of the gun, gets some pressure, throws it on a slant. It's caught by Joyner, and it's a first down to the 31-yard line.
Well, I love that play design. 2 inside routes down the field, going to clear out the nickelback position.
Now the officials talking with 26 seconds to go.
The clock never stopped on the first down. Please reset the clock.
A clock issue that they're going to have to clean up. Coming up at the half, we're going to talk about Oregon and Washington this weekend. Again, College Game Day will be in Seattle. Deion Sanders on Travis Hunter's return, and we'll preview a great Saturday slate coming up at the half. Clock running again, 30 seconds to go in the half. Smothers on first down, taking a shot toward the end zone, and it's almost, it is picked off. Brylan Green got it. Interception, Liberty. Their 13th of the year and 2nd of the night.
On his 4th interception of the season, I mean, that is a lot of ground to track for a safety. You got 4 verticals, so you're thinking first thing first, that inside seam, which this offense has hit a couple times in this ball game tonight, and he runs right past the number 2 receiver, tracks that football, and is able to toe tap it in there. You see that right foot get down. I think the left foot's in anyways as well. Heck of an interception by Brylan Green.
That's his 4th interception this year. What a ball hawk. He's also 3rd on the team in tackles, and here comes that Joker mask. That's their turnover tradition. And it's Brylan Green donning the green hair here tonight. So 2 turnovers forced by this Liberty defense as the teams exchange turnovers here late in the first half. And we're going to go to the break, tied at 10.
Great first half. A couple sloppy plays here or there, but overall, you got to be happy for both coaching staffs for the way your offense has been able to move the football. And then on the other side, defensively, being able to give up some yards, but not points on top of that.
Coming up on our halftime report, Max McGee and Trevor Maddich. We're going to take a break. Last year, Liberty's front 4 defined their defense. This year, the back 7 kind of sets the tone as we're tied at 10, getting ready for the start of the second half. Aaron Murray, a couple of interceptions by that Liberty secondary in the first half.
Yeah, they've done a great job, bend but don't break at times. Also a missed field goal for Jacksonville State. But, you know, this very first possession, man, you don't want to go after number 3, Kobe Singleton, who had a great game last week, showing up early in this one. And then the ball hawk, Brylan Green on the backside, 4th interception of the season. Does a great job right there in that 2-minute drive defensively to keep Jacksonville State out of the end zone.
as Logan Smothers did not start this game. The Nebraska transfer came in on their second series after Zion Webb was knocked out. We were told in the first half, late in the first half actually, that he was still in the stadium being evaluated. Didn't receive any further word on whether we would see Zion Webb again here tonight. Very similar skill sets between Smothers and Webb anyway. You know, with Webb leaving the game, Smothers coming in, Gamecocks really don't change their scheme.
No, I do want to see a little bit more of a run game from the quarterback. Only 6 carries for 11 yards for Smothers in the first half. You're talking about a quarterback coming into this game, 57 carries, 240 yards, and 5 rushing touchdowns. We'll see if they get his legs a little bit more involved here in the second half.
Both teams 3-0 in Conference USA. The second half will decide this one. And again, Jacksonville State hasn't returned a kick this year. They're going to try it for the first time, and maybe they wish they didn't. As Petway is brought down just across the 20-yard line by Joseph Carter, who was gunning down the field. There is a penalty flag at the 50. You see Smothers' numbers.
During the return. Holding. Number 28, return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
That was the first kickoff return by Jacksonville State this year. They'd either fair caught it or it was a touchback.
Trying for a little sneaky Tuesday night spooky return. You know, catch the kickoff team sleeping with that stat right there. Instead, they're going to be starting off this first offense possession from about the 11-yard line in their own territory.
Anwar Lewis has been primary running back for Jacksonville State since Malik Jackson left the game in the first half. Here's Smothers trying to get along the right edge, and he is brought down by Dupree and T.J. Bush. T.J. Bush, again, a freshman, 30 sacks last year in high school, the Virginia Defensive Player of the Year. They are really excited about the rookie.
Well, that's a great job, Dupree. They're going to crash the end and then loop the linebacker around so the quarterback pulls it, thinking he's going to have the edge.
Second down and 11. Smothers, after the negative play, goes to the air. He's complete. That is caught by Perry Carter. Fifth-year senior gets 8.
Well, you see the explosion there from number 14, getting the ball to him in space, and then the burst to make this a third and manageable situation. We talk about the quarterback's legs and all the misdirection that this offense wants to do. I'm looking at this second level, these linebackers for Liberty. Where are their eyes in this situation?
Over the middle, Petway makes the catch and now just laboring to get loose, and he's got enough for the first down. Kobe Singleton tried to keep him from picking it up, but he couldn't. 1st and 10, Jacksonville State.
And that's a great job by Petway, understanding where the first down marker is, getting there, presenting his numbers to the quarterback, catching it, not really dancing, just hey, I got to get 1 or 2 more yards, getting down to get it.
Now back to the ground, and Liberty was ready for that one. And there was Lewis, wrapped up immediately by Brian Whitehead in the backfield.
Well, they're doing the same thing defensively, where they're going to crash the defensive end, and then they're going to loop the linebacker Dupree around in case the quarterback does decide to pull it. And really great job on the zone read, great call defensively, and Logan saw the linebacker coming over top, gives it anyways, and not much there in the run game.
Smothers has a rushing touchdown tonight. He's good on his feet. And on second down, he's going to pick up 3. So 3rd down and long as Carter made another tackle for Liberty. And again, this team loves to go with tempo, and another flag. Or maybe just a timeout.
The ball was snapped before the official was in position. We'll reset the ball, 3rd down.
Come on, officials, we got to get you in shape. It's the second half. You got to get your butt ready to go. Come on. You know, Rich Rod ain't too happy about that. This offense wants to go fast, breakneck speed, and I was just about to say that you got to find a way to get Sean Brown, number 17, involved in this game plan here in the second half. they feel like they missed an opportunity to get their tight end a catch.
Sean Brown lined up to the right. He's in the middle. On 3rd down and 9. Smothers looking left, now coming back across, intended for Brown, who was sitting underneath the linebacking core. Brylan Green was there in coverage, so it's 4th down as this series dries up for Jacksonville State.
Yeah, just nothing there defensively. Great job by Liberty, and this is where they want to live. I mean, if you can get this offense into these 3rd and long situations, I mean, you look at Smothers there in the first half. We highlighted, the one great throw versus the seam route, but 8 of 18, 115, no passing touchdowns, and the 1 interception. I'll live with that all day long if I'm Liberty's defense.
Brylan Green back to return the first punt of the night for the Australian Jack Dawson. Rugby-style kick, and it's a good one. And this one's going to roll inside the 20, still has steam, and it gets to the 12-yard line. Great kick by Jack Dawson, 65 yards, mostly on the roll. And so now Liberty will have it. Here comes Caden Salter in the offense for the Flames.
We'll see if they can get that guy right there, number 4, involved. You see the stats, first 5 games, 16 catches, 420 yards, just so dynamic. 5 career 100-yard games and just been locked down here in the first half.
Yeah, he's been quiet for sure. Bedgood goes in motion to the outside. Salter hands off to Cooley. Cooley was the lion's share of the Liberty offense in the first half, had their only touchdown. Caden Salter accounted for multiple touchdowns in all 5 games coming into the night. I think Jacksonville State has done a good job on the dual threat quarterback here tonight.
Well, they've made him uncomfortable in the pocket. I think that's something we saw for the very first possession. He just has not been settled at all back there in passing situations, and credit to that defensive line making him uncomfortable.
Pitch, not for Bedgood. Bedgood sliding at the 22-yard line. He is knocked down by Quay Drake. Drake, the transfer from ULM.
And I've been waiting to see number 82 get more involved in this game. And in talking with the coaching staff, he came over from Coastal Carolina, knows this offense, has been another coordinator for this football team, a guy that the players trust to go to him with questions, and just such an interesting story. Almost gave up football, was working at State Farm.
Yep.
And the coach said, no, we need you to come with us to Liberty. And it's had such an impact.
Yeah, had an injury-plagued season last year. And he is healthy and making an impact this year as Cooley gets another carry, pickup of 8 yards on 1st down. Fuqua another tackle.
I just love the way that 20 runs, Cooley. He gets behind this big offensive line. We talked about how massive those 5 guys up front, and he just kind of hides behind them. And then all of a sudden, when he feels a little crease, he accelerates, and he's low to the ground. He's thick. He's tough to bring down. And he's had a heck of a night as he gets closer and closer to 100 yards.
There he goes again. So this offensive line, you've touched on it several times tonight. They average, the starters anyway, average about 320 pounds. Now, when you were playing at Georgia, what was your starting 5, would you say? What did it average out at?
My first 2 years was about that. My last 2 years a little bit smaller, probably like close to 300 to 310 range. I mean, this is one of the bigger defensive lines in the offensive lines, in the FBS. And I'll reiterate again, they're not just big maulers. They can get on the edge and run.
Cooley over 100 yards tonight. He'll get a couple more here.
That's a prime example right there. The center, Jordan White, number 53, able to snap the ball, get on the edge, pull, and then be the lead blocker out in space for his running back. I just feel like they're just, I know it's been a little bit cold for Salter throwing the football. But man, you look at this defense right now, and you see 9 guys in the line of scrimmage in the box, and one-on-one with your premier receiver on the outside.
This is Lucas, Billy Lucas to the 40-yard line. Gets a couple, so 3rd down and 4 coming up for Jamie Chadwell. And his Liberty Flames as a man is down. Jackson Luttrell, the defensive tackle, is holding that right knee.
Timeout on the field for an injury to the defense. This will be extended.
Now we've got a timeout here with 9:13 to go, and we're going to take it as well. Tied at 10 here in Conference USA on a Tuesday night. Jacksonville, there is Jamie Chadwell. 31 wins at Coastal Carolina the last 3 years, out to a perfect start at Liberty after the injury timeout. 3rd down and 4.
Don't forget, quarterback run there in the first half.
Salter, low snap, out of the gun, rolling, throws across his body and hits his target for a 1st down. There is C.J. Daniels getting involved.
Yeah, it'd be nice to get him some confidence, get him some early touches, and plays like that are just good to make number 4 feel like he's a part of the game. You know, they had opportunities there in the first half, and they tried to flea flicker. Ball was a little bit late, ended up being a pass interference. Another one down the field that went off his hands.
Just his 2nd catch tonight, but it's a big one, a gain of 7 and a 1st down. He's coming out that 157-yard receiving game last week. Here's Lucas, stood up after a 1-yard gain. Colby Fuqua, how many times have we said his name tonight? He's one of the main reasons Jacksonville State is the #1 rush defense in this league.
Oh my gosh, unbelievable. But look at this right here. Look how many guys are in the box to stop the run. You have one-on-one coverage with C.J. Daniels at the top of your screen. I'm putting that in the back of my mind as a coordinator, saying, if they're going to do this, we got to take some vertical shots down the field to our star receiver.
Let's see if they go to Daniels here. Daniels streaking down the middle of the field. Salter wanted him at first, but now he's in trouble. Running for his life. He's going to be dumped at the 43-yard line. That is the 2nd sack tonight for this Gamecock defense. And here's Larry Worth arriving at the party.
Well, they dialed up a shot down the field. Had an opportunity to kind of let it go and see if his receiver, CJ, would have won that chance down, but didn't like it, pulled it, thought he'd get it with his legs. And great job defensively staying home.
There's Zach Alley, the 30-year-old mustachioed defensive coordinator. Bright star in this game, that's for sure. 3rd and 12, rolling out. Salter has a man at Sibley. Big 1st down to the 30-yard line. Great pitch and catch for the Liberty Flames.
It's just an out and up on the outside, but I want to focus on Salter here. Great job. We talk about the movement in the pocket, but being able to kind of fade away like a basketball player, take the contact, and then still throw an accurate pass down the field to Sibley in a beautiful route. He's going to sell. They just converted a 3rd down previously on an out route. The DB jumps it, and it's a little bit out and up the sideline. Perfectly executed by the offense to get the 1st down.
28 yards on that. Their first pass play of 15 yards or more tonight. Salter on the pitch. A little late, and Jacksonville State stuffs it out as Aaron Bedgood is dropped by Fuqua again.
Well, this defense feels like they have the speed that they want to be able to push things towards the sideline. They want this offense going east and west. We've seen the success they've had, especially with Cooley, north and south down, getting behind that offensive line. So they'll take it all day long if quarterback's going to pull it, pitch it to the pitch man, who's been in number 82. Once again, this defense feels like they can run on the back end to stop it for minimal gains.
2nd longest drive of the night for Liberty. This is play number 12. Salter going to the end zone, and it is caught for a touchdown. Sibley. And Liberty regains the lead. Trayon Sibley, his 3rd touchdown grab of the year.
It actually looked like some miscommunication from the 2 receivers on the outside, and Sibley just said, you know what, I'm just going to outrun the DB who's kind of sitting on our route right now, and then just a beautiful job tracking the football. And that's why all young quarterbacks out there, you put enough air under it to allow your receiver to adjust and then come down with a big-time touchdown. Beautiful drive there offensively, some big-time 3rd down conversions. And it's some beautifully thrown balls from Salters as well.
13th touchdown pass of the year for Caden Salter after a really slow start through the air tonight. Now Nick Brown comes on for the PAT. Under 6 minutes to go, 3rd quarter, 17-10 Liberty. Trying to become bowl eligible tonight. The passing game waking up, Aaron.
Yeah, it was dead asleep in the first half, and it's come to life here as Liberty takes the lead.
One of the best teams in the country in controlling the football. Time of possession for Liberty. They had it for 6 minutes and 17 seconds on that 12-play drive, and some big plays through the air.
Well, and big plays in critical situations, third downs, to get C.J. Daniels involved in the game. Then this play by Salter, getting out on the run, design rollout, absorbs a hit and finds Sibley on another third down conversion. And then right here, being able to pull up, get enough air on it for Sibley to track the ball down the field and then catch it. We talked about it coming out of halftime. This passing game, which has been really good this season, just was not getting it done. Some missed opportunities there in the first half, and they come out making some big-time plays in critical situations to get the 7 points on the board.
Daniels and Sibley coming into the game, two of the more explosive receivers in the country. Really quiet in the first half. Coming alive on that drive. As Jacksonville State will go back to work from the 25-yard line. Fair catch by Petway. And now Rich Rod's offense will come back out on the field. Logan Smothers took over the reins on series number 2. Zion Webb got the start, especially after having such a great second half last week in that comeback win at Middle Tennessee State. But they're going to actually make another quarterback change here, Aaron. It's Ashton Fry, redshirt freshman, coming out to start this series. 6'5", 195 pounds, out of Springville, Alabama. This is his first action of the year. He hands off to Anwar Lewis.
Tell you what, watching him in pregame warmups, he was the most impressive of all the quarterbacks throwing the football. Just a very gifted natural thrower. The ball pops.
And he's going to look to the air for the first time. Throws on the run. Finds a receiver, and it's Carter. And that's going to be out of bounds.
Oh, that's a catch.
Yeah, they're going to want to review this.
It depends on when that right foot comes down, but from that angle, the left foot obviously inbounds.
On the previous play,
and right there, right off the bat, Clay, you saw what Ashton Fry can do throwing the football on the run, an absolute BB to the right. And I think this is going to be overturned for a completion. You want to talk about a confidence builder for a quarterback. Nice on the run, throw it, get a nice big play to get things going.
Well, it's pretty obvious that Zion Webb, who got nicked up early in this ballgame, is not going to return. What do you make of this change here now at this time by Rich Rodriguez?
Like I said, I mean, obviously it's an unknown, but watching him in pregame warmups, I'm like, who is this 15? He looks like the part. Big kid, big arm, looked very accurate. And yeah, it's going to be overturned as a catch. It looked like that left foot came down first. You know, I was like, and I looked at the shoot, redshirt freshman, so I was like, oh, maybe they're just hiding this young man for the future. But definitely excited to see what he can do throwing the football in this game.
There's got to be indisputable video evidence to overturn the call on the field. It was incomplete on the field. Looks like there's enough evidence to overturn it. Our replay official tonight is Larry Clemens. If it is a catch, it's going to be a 14-yard reception, and Carter is one of the guys they needed to get touches here tonight.
After review, the receiver had a foot down inbounds, maintained control of the ball. First down,
that's
the 44-yard line.
First down, Jacksonville State.
So the one issue is going to be, you know, Rich Rod told us all week that, hey, we're great with our first two quarterbacks because we give equal reps to the 1s and 2s in practice all week. So like, those guys got the game plan, they're ready to go. I just don't know if there's enough reps to go around for a third quarterback. So we'll see what he looks like and how limited his playbook is.
Fry hands off to Lewis. Gets to the 45-yard line where Reese brings him down to the turf. The Joker back for Liberty. 1-yard gain, second down and 9. I wonder if the tempo is going to change much here with Fry at the controls. Fry, complete. That is a strike to Joyner. Again, the Arizona transfer makes an appearance.
I don't think the tempo is going to change. I just think what they're going to run is going to change. Like I said, he's the most pure passer on this roster. You're going to see more opportunities to push the ball vertically down the field.
Third down and 1. Keeping it is Fry. Let's see what he can do on his feet. He is cut down behind the line. Nice play by a Corey Jones, the strong safety. This secondary has done a great job in run support.
Oh, they've done a great job, and now it's going to be challenging for them because you have a more of a throwing quarterback. Can they be as aggressive downhill? Missed block there by Sean Brown. Should have been picked up and an easy first down for this offense.
Big opportunity for the redshirt freshman to impress, and they're going to keep the drive alive with Lewis. They give it to Anwar Lewis, who's been injured this year. Had that leg injury, but he is back and looking pretty healthy.
I mean, look at that right side of the offensive line, and Traylon Brown, the center, number 69, be able to clear a huge path in that 4th and 1 situation to get the first down.
First down and 10. And here's Fry again. Well, he is a lanky, galloping quarterback. Gets inside the 30-yard line. Pickup of 5. Built like a basketball player. Very lanky. Out of the gun. Will play fake. He'll throw it over the middle. Intended for Joyner. There's some contact. Kobe Singleton was all over the receiver. And the fans want a flag. They're not going to get it.
I understand what the complaining's about. He looks like he's all over him. I don't know, actually good play by Singleton. I think he does a great job undercutting the receiver right there. Might have been a pull from the back, but subtle enough where you no penalty on the play.
9th play of the drive. Fry flushed out of the pocket. He'll get to the sideline and he'll scamper out of bounds. And did he get enough? Yeah, it looks like he got it. First down. Ashton Fry keeps the drive alive with a 5-yard run to the outside.
I think that the question's been answered of what would the third quarterback look like? Could he do what the first two were doing to start the season? That's obviously the ability to run and pass, and he has looked the part here in his first series.
Just over 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Fry's going to keep it again. Tries to find the corner. He'll cut it up and get down close to the 20-yard line. There's Tyron Dupree, the heart and soul of that Liberty defense, making the tackle. Second down.
And Corey Jones, number 29, was in perfect position. Came down to the weak side safety and had the quarterback one-on-one in the backfield. But Ashton right now making plays in the run game. Pretty fleet of foot for, as you like to refer to, a tall, lanky kid out there.
Good to see Malik Jackson back in the game at running back for Jacksonville State. This pass from Fry is incomplete. Joseph Carter is covering Sean Brown. Third quarterback of the night for Jacksonville State. And this is Ashton Fry.
You have 3 quarterbacks, you have no quarterbacks? Is that the new one after tonight?
He'll have to be. Fry sprints out, and another wobbly, poor, underthrown ball intended for Carter. And so you can see Rich Rodriguez not happy with the way this drive ends. It's going to be 4th down and a field goal attempt forthcoming again for Karajic, who's already missed tonight from about this distance. This is going to be a 39-yard attempt. Karajic. And that is good. Alan Karajic will salvage 3 out of that drive for Rich Rod's team. 2:26 to go in the third. It's a 4-point game in Conference US. Another reminder on ABC, a great one from the Pac-12 on Saturday. Number 8 Oregon in Seattle to take on number 7 Washington, 3:30 Eastern. This weekend, of course, College Game Day is going to be there. One of the young, bright coaches in college football, Kalen DeBoer, the Washington Huskies.
But don't forget about Dan Lanning, too.
No doubt, no doubt.
You're there at Oregon, and both these teams have their sights set for the playoffs.
13 plays, 54 yards in 3.5 minutes with the third-string quarterback leading the way. Ashton Fry, his first action of the year. Karajic hits a 39-yarder to pull Jacksonville State within 4. Talking about this top 10 matchup, Oregon, 52 points per game essentially, 46 for Washington. That's going to be a shootout.
Yeah, what's the over-under on that one? My goodness. Which secondary can hold up and maybe create a couple turnovers? That's going to be the key in this game. Which quarterback makes the mistake? But I can't wait to watch it. It's going to be, if you like offense, this is going to be one of those games. Like I said, first to 50 probably wins it.
So 254 yards of total offense for the Liberty Flames tonight as they start this series at their own 25-yard line. This is the #1 offense in Conference USA. There's Aaron Bedgood, kind of the X factor. You talked about him a little bit in the first half.
Well, he's getting going a little bit here in the second half, and they're getting on the edge. And we've seen for the majority of this game, this defense really load the box, and finally Liberty taking advantage that last drive and said, enough's enough. We got to push the ball vertically down the field, and then create some big explosive plays. We'll see if that loosens up this defense at all, giving room for Bedgood and the running backs to create some more space.
There goes Bedgood in motion. They're going to run it with Cooley. Quentin Cooley bouncing off tacklers, and then is going to be hammered back after he gets to the 33-yard line. Quentin Cooley, well over 100 yards here tonight, has a touchdown. Fred Perry makes that tackle. 490 yards per game is what Liberty averages coming into the night, and 36 points per game. Jacksonville State has done a pretty good job tonight defensively against this unit.
Yeah, they have. Right now we'll see, I'm guessing, run down the middle with Cooley. We'll see if this defensive line can bow up a little bit.
Can they pick up 2 yards? It's going to be a keeper, and now Salter gets rid of it to the tight end, Hanshaw. He's got a first down and more. Bentley Hanshaw, the gifted tight end who transferred in from BYU, picks up 19 on the play.
That's a tough catch right there. Does a great job readjusting his body. The beautiful blocking by Noah Frith on the outside as well. Ball behind the line of scrimmage, so you're able to block down the field without it being a pass interference. And a huge catch and pickup for the first down. They continue to excel here in the second half on third down conversions.
Hanshaw kind of disappeared in this game. That's his first catch tonight, and it's a big one. As we go under a minute to play in the quarter. Inside handoff to Cooley, looking for operating room. Jumps over a tackler and powers his way to the 42-yard line. That is a 6-yard gain, and now Laundry on the field as Cooley's lid comes off.
Personal foul, face mask, number 25, defense, 15-yard penalty from the end of the run, automatic first down.
That's the way you got to bring Cooley down, it seems. And he's so hard, he's like tackling a baby bull.
He is like tackling a baby bull. He is low to the ground, and he is mighty. I'm saying he just hides behind that offensive line, and it just pops out.
You know, one thing that we haven't talked about, Aaron, is, this defense is on the field a lot. They've been on the field a lot this season because of the pace that the offense plays at. And it's got to be exhausting, especially when you're working on a short week.
Oh, my goodness. It starts wearing you, especially when you're going against an offense like this that just wants to continue to run it right down your throat.
And with that said, they'll keep it going on the ground with Billy Lucas. He'll lower his shoulder and push his way inside the 25-yard line. Short gain, Jeff Marks, who came over from Purdue, had a couple of fumble recoveries in the first 6 games of the year. He'll make the stop, and that might be, we'll see, if it's the last play of the quarter. And I think Liberty jumped.
Trying to get too cute on offense. Cost yourself 5 yards before the end of the third quarter.
Looked like Chase Mitchell, the tackle.
False start, number 50, offense, 5-yard penalty, remains second down. Please put 1 second.
4th penalty on the Flames here tonight. They're going to put 1 second back on the clock.
1 second, please.
So they'll spot it back just inside the 30-yard line. And what does Liberty do here? Nothing.
That's the end of the third quarter.
We're moving to the 4th quarter. In a close ball game, kind of what we expected here in this Conference USA Tuesday night showcase. Liberty and Jack State both undefeated in conference play. We go to the 4th. We've been talking about that big game between Oregon and Washington coming up this weekend. They are 2 of the 14 unbeaten teams in college football. Now Liberty also unbeaten, one of 3 unbeatens left in the group of 5, along with Air Force and James Madison. Jamie Chadwell hoping his team can keep it that way. They've got the lead as we start the 4th quarter. Inside the 30-yard line, this is Caden Salter, the Liberty quarterback, taking a shot toward the end zone, looking for Bedgood. And he's got it for the touchdown. Aaron Bedgood. Such a weapon in this Flames offense, and he strikes from 29 yards away in a hookup with Salter.
Well, we want more Bedgood, we got more Bedgood. Single high coverage, crosses the safety face. Just a deep angle route across the field, and right now, I don't know what Salter was told there at halftime, but he's come out firing on all cylinders here with his second touchdown here in the second half.
Aaron Bedgood, his first receiving touchdown of the year, does have a rushing touchdown this season. Coastal Carolina transfer. Very much a part of that Coastal offense, and they were so grateful that he decided to leave his insurance job and come to Liberty.
It's just a fascinating story of just all the ups and downs, and to have a coaching staff believe in you. To, hey man, your journey, your story is not done yet when it comes to football. Come with us. And they say it's been the perfect spot because he's very outdoorsy, loves to go hiking, and it's just been such a seamless transition for him. And I think he has a purpose too, not only on the football field in the sense of his play, but his knowledge of his playbook and being that player coach on the field. Guys gravitate towards him because they want to learn this offense. So he has to field a ton of questions during the week to help these guys get prepared.
I mean, you've had injuries in your career. You know how mentally draining, emotionally draining they are. And that's kind of what happened to Bedgood. And I think he was ready to turn the page and put football behind him. But Liberty's glad that he had a change of heart and obviously knows this offense so well, the offense of Willie Korn and Newland Isaac. End over end kick. And it's going to be another fair catch. And the Gamecocks will have it at the 25-yard line now. Their biggest deficit of the night. They're down 11 on their home field. Still a lot of time in this football game, and an offense that has been so good in the second half the last 2 weeks.
Oh, they have been, and Liberty knows that too. You cannot fall asleep on this football team for Jacksonville State. The comebacks they've been able to muster together versus Sam Houston, versus Middle Tennessee in the second half. And that was the goal for Liberty heading to this game, talking to the coaching staff. We have to be able to play for 4 quarters, and we have to match their intensity because this team has no quit in them.
Rich Rod on his third quarterback of the night as they give it to Malik Jackson. Zion Webb started the game, suffered an injury on the second series. Enter Logan Smothers. He played the balance of this football game here tonight, but Rich Rod has gone to Ashton Fry here the last couple of series, playing his first game of the season. He'll try to lead a comeback. On the option, he keeps it, cuts it up, gets to the 30-yard line. You can see he's a gifted runner. He's got athleticism as Dupree cuts him down.
Oh, he's a gifted thrower too, but just a little bit erratic there in that first possession. We'll see if he kind of knocked some of the cobwebs off.
From the shotgun, has time to throw on the slant. Incomplete. And I think that's kind of what you're talking about right there. It just wasn't thrown swiftly enough to McCants.
He's very gifted, but it's a different speed when you're throwing balls on air and pregame warm-ups, and all of a sudden you're a third-string guy that hasn't gotten a lot of reps. You know, I don't want to say Monday through Friday, but we're playing a Tuesday game, so whatever they're practicing during the week and the weekend, you haven't been really able to rep your offense against your scout team defense. It's going to be kind of rocky up and down.
Just a 43-second possession for Jacksonville State, and now they have to punt it back to Liberty. Jackson Dawson. We'll see this one roll inside the 25-yard line, dead at the 21. It's a good defense by Liberty. They've got the ball back, leading by 11 here in Jackson. Now the Gamecocks not so cocky right now, down 11 with just over 14 minutes to go in this one. In Conference USA, Liberty trying to stay unbeaten and get bowl eligible. They're going to have the football back at their own 21-yard line. And you look at the schedule the rest of the way, it's very favorable for Liberty. If they can get out of here with a win tonight, I mean, there's a chance that they could end up running the table.
Yeah.
Obviously, South Carolina in a non-conference game looms large, but It's a favorable schedule for sure as Cooley gets another carry.
Well, they're going to keep feeding Cooley, a.k.a. the baby bull, in this game. If he's not been dubbed that nickname, I think that we've come up with that for him going forward for the rest of the season. As he continues to shoulder the burden in this run game right now. 20's been absolutely great, and this offense has had some long drives this game, 6-7 minute drives, where they've just been able to push around this defense who's been on the field for 27 minutes here in this football game.
Cooley getting loose. A stiff arm. And he's dragged out of bounds at the 42 by Perry. 15 yards for Cooley.
I just want to know how much that man can squat, because he literally had another grown man on top of him as he continues to run. Right here. And just won't go down. The lower body strength for number 20 this game, and the way in which he just will not go down 1, 2, 3 guys. It's been impressive.
136 on the ground, his 4th 100-yard rushing game this year. Scored a touchdown tonight as Bedgood handles that pitch. Good adjustment by Bedgood to keep position and make that catch. He wanted a face mask, not going to get it. That's a 4-yard gain, 2nd down, as Liberty's getting close to midfield again.
See if it's a face mask, or did he get him in the ear hole? It's more in that little pocket right there in the ear. This offense goal is milk as much time as you can. I'm not snapping the ball until around 5 seconds each time if I can.
Man, Cooley just wearing this Jacksonville State defense out now.
That was one of my questions to Zach Alley, the defensive coordinator for Jacksonville State, is where do you feel like your depth is as you move from FCS to FBS? Depth of the defensive line is always a big question mark. Do you have enough there to rotate guys to face a team like Liberty that's going to want to pound the ball up and down? And he feels very confident with this unit, and he feels like he has the depth to play 4 down. Obviously, we've seen them mostly last week play a 3-3-5 stack, but he feels like that's one of the strongest parts of their defense, just not their night against this Liberty offense attack.
Deep handoff. This is Lucas back in the game as Cooley gets a breather. Tarnu steps up to make the tackle, but move those chains again. Liberty keeping the drive alive as we close in on 11 minutes to go. Getting back to that schedule, Aaron. Liberty will host Middle Tennessee next Tuesday in Lynchburg, and then a big one at Western Kentucky on the 24th here on ESPNU. We said it before, Jamie Chadwell and his staff thought that this game and the following 2 would really be telling in how the rest of this season goes for them and Conference USA as a whole. Pitch. Salter to Bedgood. Stays on his feet. Penalty flags all over the field, but what an athletic play by Aaron Bedgood. Let's see what the flags are all about. C.J. Daniels not happy with himself. Maybe he committed a penalty.
Personal foul. Legal block below the waist. Number 4, offense. 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Remains first down.
Well, this is a 2nd penalty tonight on C.J. Daniels.
Well, this is an emphasis this offseason that they're going to be looking at. You just can't go below, and really, there was no intention, unfortunately, for him. He just slipped, and he just kind of fell into the lower half of the defender's lower body. And a missed opportunity for another explosive play, and we talk about gaining some confidence from guys like Cooley and Salters. 82 Bedgood all of a sudden playing with his hair on fire in this 4th quarter.
Daniels pretty quiet as a receiver tonight, just 2 catches. Salter all kinds of time. He is going to go deep looking for Daniels in double coverage. And that's a dangerous pass. Jamari Mack nearly got a hand on it to pick it off, but lands incomplete.
Well, they've wanted to take shots, so they've done a good job of double teaming him, not only with the corner, but that safety hauling back. And kind of what we highlighted before the gameplay was his ability to stack defenders, get on top of them, and win those one-on-one battles on the outside, something that he was just tremendous with a week ago. And right now these DBs are step for step, stride for stride the entire night with number 4.
Second down and long. 3 receivers to the left. Hanshaw, the tight end, comes in closer to the formation. Salter being pressured. He's going to dump it off on the screen. Gets it to Lucas. Lucas has some room, and it's a good run after the catch. Gets inside the 40-yard line. Short of the line to gain, but it's going to be a 3rd and manageable now for Liberty.
And Salter's had some close throws here tonight. That was another great one. Just enough touch to get up and over the defender on the screen to get them to a 3rd and manageable situation. Past couple 3rd downs, they've kind of utilized his legs in the first half, or he's been creative, utilizing his legs to get 1st downs. Second half, they've got him on the run a little bit more, get him in some space.
This is a big play for the Jacksonville State defense. Need to get off the field. Salter keeps it, dumps it off. Hanshaw gets the 1st down and is toppled inside the 35-yard line by Mack. Big pickup for Liberty.
Well, same thing. Get the quarterback on the move. Tight end in the flat. Once again, you're seeing the receiver block on the outside. C.J. Daniels, it's legal when it's behind the line of scrimmage when the ball is completed. It's been the most success they've had today as an offense. Play action pass, getting your quarterback on the run. And now all of a sudden you're looking up defensively, and this clock, and I know your offense is pretty fast, but you're down 2 scores. You got to find a way to get that ball back.
Under 9 minutes to go. 1st down and 10. Salter spins, turns and hands to Lucas. And he'll get a couple as this Gamecocks defense is starting to look exhausted.
Well, I mean, they're going to be creeping up on over 30 minutes on the field in this possession with over 8 minutes to go in the ball game. And listen, they're used to being on the field for a long time. This is an offense that only is, on average, holds the ball for about 26, 27 minutes per game. So the defense is usually on there for about 33 minutes. But you talked about this team has played 4 games in 18 days. At some point, the defense is going to start wearing out with just the lack of rest time during these 60 minutes.
Cooley, who's been eating this defense alive throughout the night, doesn't have anything to show for that carry as Kywan McCray and Jeff Marks combine on the hit. So it'll be 3rd down here for Liberty as we go under 8 minutes here in the 4th quarter. There's Jamie Chadwell, who replaced Hugh Freeze, now at Auburn. And he really fits into the culture at Liberty. He told us as much.
You're going to see bottom of your screen C.J. Daniels. If you get a one-on-one with him, if their safety goes down or to the middle of the field, you'll take your chances with a one-on-one.
Play clock at 2. They get the snap off. Salter taken off. Finds a seam up the middle. It's going to be stopped short of the line to gain. Quade Drake with the tackle. Transfer has been busy tonight defensively. And so now 4th down and short. We'll see what Jamie Chadwell decides to do here.
I think with some of the issues you've had with the kicker, you're going to go for it right now, especially the way Cooley's been able to run the football, and then obviously your quarterback as well. And then you always have the defense in the back of your mind. The fact that you've seen this tight end sneak out to the flat to get certain conversions, and James Chadwell might be perfectly okay waiting to let this clock bleed out, take a timeout, and make a decision on the other end of it.
So Liberty will spend a timeout here with 6:44 to go. A 12-play drive already for Liberty as they are taking time off the clock. Very valuable time for Jacksonville State. ESPN Plus, the home for more than 400 Conference USA events this fall, winter, and spring, including women's soccer Thursday night. Liberty hosting Jacksonville State at 6, and Middle Tennessee hosting UTEP at 8 Eastern. If you're a Conference USA fan, go to ESPNplus.com to sign up. Liberty and Jack State, 2 of the 4 Conference USA newcomers, and they've played very well here in the early season. Liberty's got the lead late here in the ballgame. Chance to get bowl eligible with a win tonight. Liberty has been to a bowl game every year since becoming a full FBS member in 2019. And they're going to keep the offense out on the field. You surprised by this?
No, not at all. Like I said, they came in with some question marks at the kicking position. You've been running the ball great all night.
But they're going to throw it. Salter to a wide open Bedgood. They pick up the first down that way. I think Jacksonville State expected them to run it as well, but they get it to Bedgood, and he gets it to the 12-yard line for a first down.
It's just been night and day for Salter here in the second half. We're talking about 4 completions in the first half, 8 here in the second half, and been big third down and fourth down conversions too, and then pushing the ball vertically down the field. You're just seeing him gain confidence as things get going. 82's rolling, 20's going. Obviously, 4's been a little bit quiet here tonight, CJ Daniels, but haven't really needed him to be as effective as he's been this entire season.
Liberty 3 for 3 now on fourth down tonight. That's a big conversion there to keep the drive alive, keep milking that clock as they go back to Cooley, the battering ram. Gets down to the 7-yard line. Boy, if he's not at least in consideration for player of the game tonight, I don't know who else would be.
I mean, you bring up fourth down conversions, 0 for 3 heading into this game.
Right.
3 for 3 now, so saying enough of that trend, we're going to figure it out. And when you're able to throw the ball or run the ball effectively as they've been, you really put the defense in the bind, and then finding guys to sneak out into the flat to counter all the action, all the downhill from we've seen from Jacksonville State in the defense side of the football.
Number 1 rushing offense in Conference USA, number 2 in the country at 255 yards per game. Coming into the night, they've got 229 so far. They'll add to it here with Cooley. Cooley, a short game, but he's down at the 5.
This is a Jacksonville State defense that's only given up 112 yards on the ground this season. I mean, they're number 1 in Conference USA when it comes to rushing defense. So they're used to being the aggressors. They're used to the ones resetting the line of scrimmage, and it just goes back to just how big and dominant this offensive line is. And then you know, Cooley matches that intensity. And Salter, what he did in the first half with his legs in third down situations, being able to create. I mean, I go back to that one play where he ran about 47 yards to get 10, as you alluded to. He's been extremely dynamic with his legs.
Salter, a couple of touchdown passes tonight, but they stay on the ground with what's been working, and that is going to be a touchdown run. Quentin Cooley, his second touchdown of the game, this one from 5 yards out, and that might be the haymaker.
Jamie Chadwell said it. We want to be the more physical team tonight. Jacksonville State has gotten to where they've gone to middle of the season because they have been the more physical team each and every week, and they saw that on film, and they challenged both sides of the football. Can you be the more physical team? And they've answered the bell here tonight.
152 yards rushing tonight for Cooley, a couple of touchdowns. You know, he had that one long run of 25 yards, but mostly it's just been an incremental night, just wearing down that Jacksonville State defense. As Liberty has a very comfortable lead now, thanks in part to the big Q, Quentin Cooley.
Yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Timeout on the field.
31-13 Liberty with 4:22 to go here in Jacksonville.
Quentin Cooley with the game, the MVP of the game, and he has just been absolutely dominant running the football. 26 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns. First career 2-touchdown game for that young man, and he will not go down all night long, running through defenders left and right. As the previous drive got his second touchdown of the night. Been a lot of fun to watch him. As you see, 26 carries, 152 yards, 2 touchdowns, the career high in yards, and then the 2-touchdown game, first in his young career.
So Liberty kind of getting back to what they're known for, running the football tonight. Last week, obviously they ran it well too, but it was the passing game that really flashed, especially with CJ Daniels. It's just a dominant ground attack tonight as Petway has the return across the 35-yard line for Jacksonville State. Down 31-13. They've got all their timeouts, but they're running out of time.
And this is just rare for this team. I mean, they have been a second-half football team this entire season. First half, averaging about 11 points per half, which is 109th in FBS. Second half, 18 points in the second half, which is 19th in FBS. So they're a second-half team, and this just has not been clicking on either side of the football.
You see the time of possession completely dominated, completely one-sided in favor of Liberty. Ashton Fry, third-string quarterback, gets it in the hands of Galban. Sterling Galban has been very quiet here tonight. In fact, that's his first catch. 4-yard pickup. Here's Ashton Fry. Good pass, but it's incomplete. Intended for Galban, and penalty flags come raining in. Brandon Bishop looks like he's going to be called for pass interference. Boy, that was a good-looking ball out of the hands of Fry.
You can throw it. It's going to be interesting.
Number 6, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
You've had two quarterbacks that have had some moments this season for Jacksonville State. Smothers, Zion Webb, you know, they've played well at times, and you know, you're a team that even with tonight, if the next 3 minutes, 53 seconds goes as what we think it's going to go, you're still in contention to win this conference. Do you go to the third-string quarterback going forward?
Fry is going to flip it downfield. Got it to Anwar Lewis, his running back, on the wheel route. And he's going to be out at the 26-yard line. By the way, Aaron, we did get an update on Logan Smothers. There is some injury with him. It's just it hasn't been disclosed yet. As Fry takes off, Fry stumbles, stays on his feet, cuts it up along the sideline and gets to the 15-yard line.
And he's had some really impressive moments in this ball game here in the second half, and obviously we've seen some minor hiccups along the way as well. But you just wonder, like, hey, if you give him a week of practice with kind of what he has intangible-wise, throwing the football, and then we've seen some amazing runs as well, what could he be the rest of the season if he is and does earn that #1 spot?
Lewis stays on his feet, battling his way to the 5. He's pushed down at the 3. It's an 11-yard hard-earned run by Anwar Lewis.
Well, this is what we were told by both coaching staffs. This is a team that's not going to quit. You know, even being down 31-13 with under 3 minutes to go, they are not going to send the sideline feeling bad for themselves. They're going to continue to fight and push, scratch and claw, to see if they can make this an 11-point game here with a touchdown.
We see Rich Rod telling the guys, hurry up. We're down 3 scores. We've got to move. Sprinting out, Fry flips it to the end zone. Galban, the intended receiver, well covered by Dupree. Liberty has only allowed 6 fourth-quarter points this year. Best fourth-quarter defense in the country.
Well, they've had, I think the biggest thing for this defense, opposite of what we've seen from Jacksonville State, is the defense should be fresh. They haven't really played much this entire football game. They've been able to sit on the sideline and just kind of relax, and when you got fresh legs in the fourth quarter, you're able to have success on that side.
Second down, caught. Evans trying to fight through that tackle and holding his ground. Marquise Bell, he keeps J1 Evans out of the end zone.
That's a great job by Bell on the outside. You have slants from all the receivers, and they're going to try to sneak the running back out, hoping it's man-to-man coverage. He falls off the receiver and is there to make the play.
And now Fry fumbles it, and he'll dive back on it at the 11-yard line. Nearly a disaster there for the Gamecocks. Ashton Fry, I don't know if it slipped out of his hand or he wasn't ready for that snap.
This has kind of been this offense here tonight. You move the ball, and then you turn it over. You move the ball, you have a missed field goal. It just seems like in the red zone, they've been just kind of hurting themselves and just punishing themselves after great drives.
So now it's 4th down, and they have to go for it. And we're going to get a timeout called for by Liberty. So Liberty wants a timeout with 1:44 to go. 3-score game. 4th down coming up. Rich Rodriguez and a lot of people in Northeast Alabama fired up after those 2 comeback wins last couple of weeks. Even Pat McAfee said, hey, Jack State is must-see TV. They had a 38-point second half last week in a win, but just 3 second-half points here tonight.
Well, last week their defense, 4 turnovers, was able to get short field for that offense, and they capitalized with a huge comeback victory versus Middle Tennessee, and just has been a different story. Liberty not giving the ball up here in the second half and just possessing it for the entire half, it seemed like.
4th down and goal. Ashton Fry sprinting out. It's undercut and incomplete. Great play by Preston Hodge. One of the best coverage guys in the Liberty secondary, and Liberty's going to get it back.
I don't know if I like that call right there. Even if he catches it, he's got about 4 or 5 yards to have to turn up and get in the end zone. I would have much preferred some ball in the end zone. Let someone try to win a one-on-one battle instead of a catch and hopefully make someone miss and score from 4 or 5 yards out. But it goes back to you being on your 3rd string quarterback. How limited are you? How many reps has he taken in a red zone, inside the 10-yard line situation? Probably not a lot this season.
So now Liberty can salt this one away. Cooley still in the ball game, still tacking on to his career high night as he gets 7 more yards. There's Jamie Chadwell in his first year at Liberty, coming over from Coastal Carolina. A lot of people thought that was a lateral move. He says, no. This was a great career move for him.
Yeah, and such a great career there at Coastal Carolina. I mean, really put that team on the map, especially with the offense they run. It just, you thought Coastal Carolina, you thought elite offense, playmaking, uniqueness, and now he's brought that same mentality and offensive scheme here to Liberty and having just as much success.
Now they're poised to go to 6-0 and remain undefeated, just as Oregon and Washington are undefeated. They're going to meet up in the Pac-12 this Saturday, 3:30 Eastern Time, 12:30 Pacific on ABC. What an atmosphere it's going to be at Husky Stadium in Seattle. That game is going to impact the Pac-12. That could be an elimination game from the college football playoff in some regards. Is it too early to say that?
I think that the way the Pac-12 has performed this year, the loser, if you still run the table and you say win the Pac-12, you're 12-1, you're in.
Okay.
Like it stinks, but I think everything is still in front of you when it's all said and done.
So Jacksonville State, they've got a couple of timeouts left, but they're down 3 scores, a minute 28 to go. Salter, after a slow start, really got this offense going with the passing game, but it's been the running game that has done the lion's share of the heavy lifting. Another 5-yard run for Cooley, and that's going to be a 1st down.
You can just sense the excitement for this team of being a part of a conference, and now these wins just mean so much more. You know, winning before as an independent, like, it's great. Yeah, it's you love to win. You work hard for those wins. But knowing that there is a conference championship at the end of this, and now you're setting yourself up for, we've talked about a very favorable schedule the rest of the way. If you're able to handle your business here tonight, you can just feel the excitement on that sideline.
Salter takes a knee. You're going to have to snap it one more time.
For the Miami Hurricanes, take a note right now what it looks like to snap the football and take a knee. Take some notes. We'll send you the film.
That was a learning moment for a lot of people.
No, the learning moment was 2 years ago when he did the same mistake at Oregon.
This move to Conference USA for the Liberty Flames after years of independence, according to Jamie Chadwell, will give the program identity, a chance to play for a conference title. Well, they're looking very much like the team to beat in this league. And for the first time, they beat Jacksonville State after coming into this matchup 0-4 against the Gamecocks. Again, it took a while for the offense to get going, but they did. And it was a dominating rushing game for Quentin Cooley.
It was a dominating game for him. Just unbelievable. 152 yards, actually probably more than that, 160 yards, 2 touchdowns. And then the quarterback-wise for Salter, a little bit slow start in the first half, but came out, made some huge 3rd down conversions, 4th down conversions, and then some explosive plays to balance out this offense here in the second half, and a massive win for Liberty as they stay undefeated.
Liberty Bowl eligible with the win. But it's the conference race that Jamie Chadwell says his team is focusing on. They're in the driver's seat now. 6-0, 4-0 in Conference USA. For Aaron Murray, for our entire crew, I'm Clay Matvick. Liberty 31, Jacksonville State 13 on a Tuesday night in Conference USA.